Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled 22 Pretty Forced to Live in a Car Cause She's Nuts. Let's get right into it.
I've been living in my car for over a year. This is gonna be my second year living in my car, and I haven't told anybody until now. Never did I think the day would come where I'd be strong enough to tell this story. Now give me a second. I'm not even gonna hold you. This makes me very emotional talking about it. Or I might have to cut the clips and stuff. I was trying not to have the AC on because it's just loud, but I don't give a bitch. It's hot as I actually thought that I was gonna get through this video with no tears. I didn't even start talking about it. I want to cry. I don't care about looking perfect. I just need to speak my truth. I'm not making this video because I need anybody's sympathy. I'm not making this video because I want any donations. I'm not making a GoFundMe. I don't need anybody's money. Living in my car taught me who I was, and it showed me who the I am. What I want is for people to listen, and if you interact with this video, that would help me a lot. Give me 1 second while I get it again. Give me 1 second. Okay. In 2021, I fell into a major depressive episode that I did not know was going to be as bad as it turned out to be. I'm not going to get into the little details of everything and exactly what happened because it's just so much. I would be sitting here for 3 hours. I don't feel like enough people know how your brain can turn on you and how mental health can impact your life. There are so many fucking people around my car. I'm not and this nigga next to me is over here rubbing his fucking motorcycle. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about your motorcycle. Move! I'm overstimulated. There's a lot going on. It's hot. People just doing too much. At this time, I was still living with my parents. It was a really toxic environment, and I didn't have any friends, and so I was never going anywhere. I was always inside. What had happened to me made me super fucking depressed to the point where, the one thing that I did do, which was social media, I couldn't even do it anymore. The thing that had happened to me had just affected me so heavily. This nigga is... It's hot. That's what it is. Hold on. Had happened to me affected me so heavily, and I was not prepared for what that trauma was gonna do to me. Like I said, I didn't have any friends. I was in my room all of the time, so it's not like I was around anybody who could notice the difference in my behavior and how much I was changing, how I went from being so happy all the time to just not even being able to get ready. I went through that depressive episode and this psychosis all by myself. Since I was 17, I'm 22 now. I've been dealing with this mental health struggle for the past 4 or 5 years. I didn't know what was going on in my head, and I didn't know what was happening to me. Truly believed that it would go away because I wasn't educated on mental health, and I had no idea that your brain can get sick, which is essentially what a psychosis is. Almost every single day, I would say for 3 years, I was waking up in a full-blown panic attack. Wake up and my heart would just drop, and I'd be paranoid, and it got so bad where my heart was enlarged because of all of the panic attacks that I was having daily and throughout the day, and I couldn't control it. My depression got out of control, and it was affecting my nervous system. It was affecting me physically. Nobody...
Now look, as much as I do feel for people in their situation, I guarantee she thinks a guy out there is going to be understanding, come along and deal with her crap. And I'm telling you, guy, whoever out there, don't do it. Don't do it, okay? Do not use your life as charity. Now, the interesting thing about this girl is she has 3.2 million followers. It just shows you on TikTok, the crazier you are, the more support you get from women. The more support. And it's obvious to me this lady is suffering from BPD, bipolar personality disorder. I've seen within the first 30 seconds, she went from crying to angry to calm to miserable, all in 30 seconds. She's not the only woman like this. Now, I would ask this question, and I honestly think this is the case. Her parents decided they're not going to deal with this shit anymore, right? Something happened she don't want to tell us. I think the thing that she don't want to tell us is she got kicked out for being a nut job. That's what I think. I don't know. That's just my conclusion. Anyway, I found some other interesting videos on TikTok. Take a look at this.
Silence makes manipulators nervous. They need your reaction. They need your communication to basically compute what they need to do and what they need to say next. So if you are staying silent, you just let it happen. You just don't give them that inside scoop. They have no idea what to do, and they start attacking you at all the wrong angles, and it makes it a lot easier for you to spot their tactics. Silence.
Clever girl, clever girl. You know what's sad about this, though? Women who have BPD and they're crazy and they're nuts. A lot of black women are, I'm sorry, a lot of y'all are. Maybe y'all all overstimulated. I hear him. And, anytime I hear a girl say, you doing too much, you're doing too much. Am I doing too much or you're thinking too much? Anyway, they say that silence is a form of abuse. Can you imagine that? If you refrain from reacting, you're abusive. You see how they're trying to flip it? So, guys, be very careful with women nowadays. They're going to get you caught up in some mess. I'm telling you, some mess. Anyway, yo, Bread or Buns is going so viral. I thought this clip was kind of interesting. Take a look. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Bread or buns? I don't care if you're in critical condition. If you ask me to call the ambulance, I'm not calling shit unless you giving niggas bread or buns.
If you want my time and attention, if you want me to text you and call you every day, I need bread or buns!
I ain't gonna lie, why I asked Shorty to be in a YouTube video, Shorty said you gotta tag me. I said, baby girl, you know that cannot happen unless you give up bread or buns. Fuck out of here. Bread or buns by a pocket bottle. Bread?
You heard the young men, Gen Z, they're reacting to all this. What do you guys thought was going to happen after all these years of not appreciating men, treating us like crap? What do you think was going to happen? The young boys see how y'all been treating them, bro. They've been seeing how y'all been treating their unks. Yeah, men like me. You know what I'm saying? They're elders, you know what I'm saying? So you got to ask yourself, ladies, is this well-deserved or not? I think it's well-deserved, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm unk status, I can say I'm proud of the young boys. I'm proud of my nephews. Anyway, these are the kind of videos that they saw. Take a look.
If you are a black woman, decenter men and start cozy gaming. When you decenter men, you're going to start looking for an outlet. You're going to start needing to fulfill something that used to be fulfilled by dating men, entertaining men, being entertained by men. I have just the thing. Cozy gaming. Cozy gaming. I bought a Switch OLED about a year and a half ago, but I never really got into playing it until just this year. I started playing this game called Terraria, and let me tell you, now to some, this may not seem like a cozy game, because you will die a lot. But you go foraging for things, you can create things, you can explore hidden caves. It's so fun. Black women in cozy gaming are like this. So if you haven't already, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go out, you're going to buy a Switch. You're going to buy the
Black women, unless you want us to view you like her, meaning that you look like her, so we're not attracted to you, and then we look at you like someone like her, so we're definitely not attracted to you based on your mental. Now, it's so funny, she wants to decenter men, and what are they replacing men with? Video games. Can you imagine? Y'all made fun of men for playing video games, now you want to decenter men and do exactly what the men that you want to decenter are doing. Need I say more? I don't actually want to respond to women like this. I know she's a little overweight. I know she's obese. So it's no shock that she got to decenter men. Her experience with men are probably horrible. And she blames men. She don't blame herself. So I found a lady that's going to take it out on her for me. Right? Because I'm tired of giving y'all ladies some tough criticism. So take criticism from her.
guys, all fat jokes aside, you are the fat joke. So get up.
Right? All fat jokes aside, you're the joke. Now get on your ass and do some work. Anyway, here's another woman that really understands men. I love hearing women that understands men. Take a look.
Too many women are only focused on their needs. They never stop to learn their man's needs. From the beginning of time, women have been self-absorbed in relationships. It's always about our needs, what we want, how we feel, but in the process, we never stop to learn our man. Here's the kicker. You can't even talk about your man to other women. Why? Because the moment you start bragging about how he loves you, how he provides, how he protects, they will start plotting to take him. And this is the thing nobody talks about. When a man is not treated fairly at home and he's feeling that way, I promise you he will leave. Men don't always argue. They don't always announce it. They will quietly check out. And then when they're gone, they're gone. So while you focused on me, and all about your needs, don't forget his, because when a man feels unseen and unappreciated, he will ghost.
And this is exactly what we're doing. The whole bread and buns movement, yeah, we're checking out. Yeah, we don't want to hear about your needs anymore. I want this, I want that. No, what about me? Now we're forcing you guys to consider us. Oh, but it shouldn't be that way. When did it start like this? It started like this now. Do I agree 100% with bread or buns? No, but I agree with the premise of if you want something from men, what's in it for us? With him, what's in it for me? And the young boys are saying either bread or buns. You know, if this is in it for, okay, we can do something, okay? What's in it for me? It's so simple. It really is, but y'all make it so hard. Y'all made dating so hard for no reason. So yes, I'm going to support the young boys in their mission to make sure they get something out of the deal. Everybody wants something out of the deal, okay? Now, shout out to this black woman. She understands black men pretty well. Some black men. Take a look.
I already know the black men in the United States. They love white women. You don't even got to tell me that. And they get judged for it. They get judged hard for loving white women. A lot of black men and white women, you know, they're judged for loving each other harder than a white man and a black woman. So what are your thoughts on interracial relationships between black men and white women?
Now, even though she said nothing, but she kind of did say something. And the thing is, we are really judged. It's a double standard. And I like when even if the simplest conclusion is arrived, at least they arrived there. Even the see, women, y'all understand, we're just so happy with just a little half step from you guys, a little progress. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put a clip like this in my video and say, round of applause. Round of applause. I mean, she got somewhere, right? It's better than nothing. We're going to take what we can get. Now, I have another clip here. I thought this was interesting, a little unrelated. Okay, a little unrelated, but take a look.
I'm not gonna lie, one of the weirdest things about getting older is seeing a lot of the people that you grew up with become a product of their environment and not being able to reach their full potential, even though you know they're very smart and very capable, but it's just the circumstances that they're around don't allow them to do anything more. Like, it is honestly devastating to watch.
I definitely feel this way because so many people I grew up with. Shout out to the class of 2006. That's when I graduated high school. So many people I know I grew up with, they just became schmucks. AFCs, average frustrated chumps. Literally, like I look at them and I'm like, damn. Damn, homie, in high school you were the man, homie. What happened to you? You know what I'm saying? I got the sickest vendetta when it comes to the cheddar, nigga. You play on my paper, you gonna meet my beret. I'm playing. Now, but seriously, like a lot of the people I grew up with, they became losers. And like, so high school was a highlight of their life. And I think about my life, and I feel like I'm living in the highlight of my life right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you guys feel like this too. And I want to talk about this because I know a lot of people that watch my content's a little bit older. But isn't it weird that some people who you thought had a lot of potential end up falling flat on their face, and you kept it up. You kept grinding. You made sure that you seen the light at the end of the tunnel. You made sure that you kept progressing in this world. And I feel like that. I feel like I'm this kind of person, even though I'm kind of a late bloomer in the sense of, yeah, I'm getting to the paper now. I'm getting to success now and the status now in my late 30s. I'm still happy because this is literally the height of my life, where a lot of people, they peaked in high school, which is wild to me. What have you done from between now and high school? I don't know, just a thought. When I seen that video, I thought to myself, like, yo, I know a lot of people like that. Anyway, here's another woman that understands men. I love it, I love it, I love it. Take a look.
So I came across this young lady's video, and this is what it says. And in the video, she's basically scolding men, saying if you cannot afford a woman's lifestyle, that you should not be dating, that you need to leave her alone. I just made a video the other day saying women only want you because you can do something for them, because they have a mindset that when they are dating, the man is there to do for them. But a lot of women don't realize that when you walk into a relationship, the relationship is not about the man being able to afford your lifestyle. It is about you compromising your lifestyle to build one with him. It is not about a man being able to afford the lifestyle that you want for your individual self. It is about two people coming together to build one lifestyle. Everything is about the woman. But I'm wrong. Oh, I'm a pygmy. No, y'all are just unhealed, uncivilized women. Y'all are modern day prostitutes. And then somebody left a comment in her comment section, a man saying, well, I don't pay for women. She responds with, well, of course not. That's not what I was talking about. Yes, you are. When a man has to walk into your life and he has to afford your lifestyle, that means that you're selling yourself so he can pay for your lifestyle. You're a prostitute. Yes, you are. When you are getting with a man, it is about you compromising your lifestyle and him compromising his, and you build one together. If you want a certain level of lifestyle as an independent woman, be an independent woman. I understand why these men don't want to get married. I understand why they don't want more. They don't desire more in relationships because y'all are just whores. And I mean this. There is nothing wrong with having a certain level and a certain lifestyle as an independent woman, which is why I've chosen to be single, because I want a certain lifestyle. But when you choose to allow a man in your life, you cannot make it about you, because you will ruin the relationship, which is why a lot of black relationships are one-sided. And y'all wonder why the men are one-sided these days. Look at the way that the women think, and then you give birth to a child and you give them your DNA and your thought process. Y'all wonder why men just want to sleep with women and have no commitment. Y'all don't understand that? As a woman, you are not going to tell me that a man has to walk in my life and afford my lifestyle. Keyword, my lifestyle. He's not walking in here to pick up my lifestyle. He's walking into my life to build a relationship where I have to compromise my lifestyle.
Whoa, and she says she's single and she got the bonnet on, but yo, I won't lie, and she's that kind of attractive. You see she's slim, you can see some collarbones. So look, even though she's single, she don't got a man, and yeah, she's kind of an independent woman and she lives a certain lifestyle, she gets it, bro. Women, y'all don't understand, when you get it, it's so attractive. It's so attractive. Listen, the world's messed up. We get it. I get it. You know, women get mad at me because they want to repackage their 304ism and now they're, oh, I'm celibate. Yeah, what you mad at me for? You done passed your box around all the time. Now you get to me, someone who's actually valuable, someone who's actually worth your time, and now you want to make me wait? But Chad, Dick, and Tom didn't have to wait. They got to smash you at the party in the bathroom, one after each other. She gets it. Damn, man, the women are so undesirable nowadays. They're so insufferable now. She understands why men just want to smash. She gets it. She gets it. So, to me, I think one of the greatest compromises that could be made is for us to understand the unfortunate world that we inherited. Understand it. Because realistically, I think the way it should have went, how it should have went, honestly, is arranged marriages and women keeping their legs closed until marriage. I think that's how it should have went. It didn't go that way. You know, we were born into an environment of the free sex movement and the third wave, fourth wave feminism, all types of stuff like that. We were born in this environment, so I know we're all in a way victims like that. But because we're like that now, we should understand what's going on instead of trying to say, oh, men are the enemy and the patriarchy and all this stuff that had nothing to do with women given access to their body for nothing. And now y'all want to sell access to your body indirectly through dates and gifts. You know what I'm saying? And paying for bills. Come on now. Who's trying to do all that? The juice ain't worth the squeeze. It ain't. So a lot of men are walking away and saying, you know what? If you want our attention, you know what I'm saying? Bread or buns. You feel me? Shout out to the young boys, man. I'm proud of them boys, man. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
Some women need to understand that just because you dealt with the same man doesn't mean you share the same rank. Y'all had the same person, not the same experience. Y'all need to stop confusing overlap with equivalence, because there is none. One was practice, the other was performance. One was leftovers, the other one was the main course. Y'all had the same man, but one had a greater impact. One was a phase, one is that feeling. One's proof he settled, the other's proof he reached.
Ooh! She's cooking a little bit, right? She's cooking, and look, I want to address some of her points because she's making many of them. But what she's really trying to say is that, listen, yeah, she got your man, but y'all ain't on the same level. She's that girl, and you were the girl that he just dealt with. You just the girl he was fooling around with. A lot of women think if they sleep with a man, that means they're on his level. That means they're worthy of being his wife. That is not the case. A man would sleep with a girl who's a 4 for fun on a drunk night, right? And then wine and dine a girl who's an 8, 9, or 10, and if she's smart enough, she'll understand the difference. This girl's smart enough to understand the difference. Yeah, he smashed those hoes. And a lot of girls would say, if I was his... I seen one girl say this, and I thought it was so funny. A girl like her and another girl got in an argument about a man they both smashed. And the side chick tried to confront the main chick now. And the main chick was like, yeah, I know he smashed you. She said, I would have fucked you too, you little hoe ass. She said, I would have fucked your little hoe ass too. Damn! She knows she had no comeback. This girl tried to, I want to come to you as a woman. And the other girl is like, come to me as a woman. Like, nah, you don't get, I get it. Yeah, he smashed, yeah. She said, yeah, I get he smashed you. I would have gave your ass dick too. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. Some girls get it. When you understand this as a woman, no girl could compare to you, bro. No girl. You don't got to worry about a man's past. See, a man's past don't mean nothing. A woman's past means everything. Oh, yeah. A woman's past means everything. But a man's past means nothing. A man's future is what matters. That's what really matters. Because who he's becoming. When it comes to women, it's who you are. That's the difference. Anyway, I want to play his final video. I thought this was pretty interesting. Take a look.
Am I the only woman who, like, doesn't feel any type of urge to, like, want any other kind of dude outside of my husband? Like, I'm not saying that in a way like I'm saying I'm better than people or anything like that. I mean, like, I literally don't care. I don't care about you pulling up on the side of me in your nice car, winking and licking your lips. It doesn't move me. I don't care about how much money you have. I don't care about your followers. I don't care if you're famous. I kid you not, I have had celebrities holler at me, right? I have had real deal for real athletes, rappers in my DMs while I have been in relationships and even in my marriage. And it doesn't move me. There's nothing in my brain that wants to entertain another guy. So with that being said, can we bring back the women that literally don't want to, like, cheat? We don't want other men when we are happy with who we have. I'm not saying you can't see somebody attractive and say they're attractive. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't care. Like, I'm just not looking at you that hard. I guess what I'm trying to say is when you are really in love and happy with the person you are with and you have a conscience and you know that if you do some shit like cheat, you are going to lose that man. There's nothing in you that should want to risk that. Like, I wouldn't dare risk losing my husband for nobody. There's not.
You know, this is where it's so interesting to me because I agree with her on one end, but the minute she started talking about I got celebrities in my DM, in my mind I'm like, oh my God. She really think she had an opportunity to become these celebrities' girlfriend. Now, when a girl says that to me, what she's really trying to do, she's trying to show off, she's trying to flex. Oh yeah, like famous men want me too. Girl, we want everybody. Like, women think they're so special because somebody wants to crack you who has a blue check. Someone wants to crack you because they're a millionaire. They would have cracked you when they didn't have a blue check. They would have cracked you before they became a millionaire. Ladies, if you're decently attractive, everybody's down to smash. This idea, women really be flexing that somebody wants to hook up with them. It's not a flex. Please, I really need y'all to understand this. You don't get no kudo points for keeping it loyal to your husband. That, you don't, oh man, like, it's not like every woman, unless she grew up in an environment where every woman cheats, so, you know, kudos to her for not cheating. Like, it's so unusual for a woman to be like her, right? Because I do believe there's unfaithful women, but a lot of those women are not wives. See, the thing about a wife is not that she don't understand that other men would possibly want to sleep with her, but she understands it's not a flex, so she would never even come out her mouth and say that. There's no flex to that. It's like me saying to a girl, oh yeah, I spent a lot of money on girls before. Like, that's not what's a flex? Any girl would take any kind of money I spent. If I take my whole wallet out and give it to a stranger, any stranger would take it. So I can't brag about giving money away. Anybody would take it. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd be splurging. I'd be giving money away. I'd be throwing money in the club. Some people might look at it as flex, oh yeah, if you ain't tricking if you got it. But the way I look at it is, nigga, you a trick whether you got it or not. You still a trick. Tricking has nothing to do with whether you got it. Let's keep it real. So, to me personally, you know, she's trying to say that she's loyal even though she has the opportunity to cheat. It's not a flex. But I do agree with her that a lot of women need to start staying faithful to their husband. All this, like, y'all want to step out and do all this nonsense. I don't know, man. I just feel like, you know, you're not looking like wives. Now, she got tattoos all over her neck. To me, she would never be a wife. She got this drawn on eyebrows. To me, she would never be a wife. These bat wings, never be a wife. You know, but, you know, because she's light skinned, you know, she's like the hood, the wife of the hood. You know what I'm saying? A hood man's dream. When you look at a girl like this, oh man, that's a dream. For me, I prefer a girl who's more naturally beautiful. And when I wash her face, she don't look like a different person. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.